Yesterday on my YouTube page, I asked, what is on your mind? And Ocean the Great responded with, maybe we could use more videos on the economy and tips to adjust as women. We already talked about the generations laying flat. It's hard to really gauge personal success and where to go. Now, I do want to talk about economy and finances. I want to talk about all that. But before we talk about economy, finances, and all of that, we have to really understand boundaries because you can make as much money as you want. But if you have no boundaries and you're giving out your time, money, and resources in other places, and you're not saving anything for yourself, then that economy and the financial talks won't matter. So we're going to continue to hammer home boundaries for just a little bit, and then we are going to roll into finance. Okay, so one of my commenters, Dr. Jenna, she says, repeat after me, F you, pay me. Again, for the folks in the back, F you, pay me. Get this into your mind. Practice saying it, F you, pay me. Your time, energy, and resources are valuable. Stop giving of yourself if you're not seeing any return, any support, any love, kindness. If there's not a reciprocal investment in you, then you need to stop giving. Sometimes being a giver and a people pleaser comes from a reaction growing up. You might have had a parent that just wouldn't give you love. So you started giving in hopes of getting something in return. You need to unpack that. You need to start focusing on pouring into yourself and recognize when relationships are not reciprocal. So read the rest of Dr. Jenna's comment, but the succinct version, F you, pay me. Also, always remember on average, men live longer, have better health, less depression and anxiety, and greater financial and career success when they are in relationships with women. The exact opposite is true for women in relationships with men. If, as a woman, you cannot find measurable, objective ways in which your life is made better by his presence, he is a net negative in the current patriarchal system. It is statistically likely that you will experience less health, financial, and emotional success as a woman in a relationship with a man unless he is literally exceptional. If you are not getting anything in return and you're just giving, regardless of if it's a romantic relationship with a man or a platonic relationship with a woman, then you need to step back and reassess your life. And Emily Rogue made it more succinct. She says he has to be an asset or he's a liability. Adjust accordingly. Okay, then Super Soul Star says, I always think if a man's not adding happiness, resources, stability, loyalty, etc. to your life, he's subtracting stress, insecurities, arguments. Keep this in mind. This is where relationships fall. They start to dovetail into your finances, your emotional well-being, all of your physical well-being. All of it starts to work together. So you really have to reevaluate how you navigate your relationships with men, women, your work, your church, all of that. Some women folk might get upset with me for putting this out there, but sometimes women can be a drain on your resources as well. Sometimes, especially if you are a child-free or single woman, sometimes people feel entitled to your time. You need to reevaluate your relationships with other women in your family and in the organizations that you work for to make sure that other women are not being parasites and takers as well. So as Bree says, sometimes other women feel entitled to other women's time, money, and energy and resources without reciprocity or compensation. Don't assume that that other women owe you anything because no one owes you anything. We can give love, support, and resources to people when we have a little bit extra, but you're not owed anything. Anyways, jump in the comments. Tell me what you think, ladies. Like, comment, share.